Okay, so before we get this update actually started, I just want to mention that the gameplay you are currently seeing is the alpha for Sundered. It was a Kickstarter exclusive. I did back the game at this level, and they did give me permission to play this game. If you are interested in it, I will leave a link in the description down below under the Featured Game tab. This game is not released yet, and it will not be released for some time. However, it is made by the same guys who made Jotun, so if you enjoyed Jotun, I would highly suggest you check out Sundered, and maybe pick it up once it releases. But without further ado, let's get on to the video. Everybody, what's up? Ultramag64 here, and today, guys, it is time for yet another fantastic channel update. I know this one's a little bit on the late side, but please bear with me. Alrighty, so last month was April, and we got a lot done. We saw a lot of cool games come out. Didn't cover as many as I'd hoped, but there's reasons for that, and we'll maybe get into them one day. But anyway, speaking on the good news of things, we finished Nefarious last month, and it was a fun time. Now, we do have a little bit of Nefarious content coming back sometime in the future. I'm not going to spoil when or what it might be, but let's just say that it requires the use of a camera and or microphone. Maybe. But in terms of things that did require a camera and microphone or some other peripheral to thingamabob, we also had Persona 5 come out, and this was kind of one of the sad points in my month because I had planned a lot of content behind Persona 5. I was seriously excited for Persona 5, and unfortunately, a lot of that content didn't get made because Atlus decided to put in some, in my opinion, harsh rules, though I will admit I understand why they did it, but I don't exactly agree with the way they went about it. Regardless, unfortunately, I wasn't able to actually play Persona 5 that month, but they have since rebuked a lot of their statements and kind of loosened the rules a bit on Persona 5 coverage, so, which we'll get into in a bit, I will be covering Persona 5 in the future. However, what we did get done at launch was we did unbox the Take Your Heart edition, which I still love. That is a really good collector's edition. I like that a lot, especially the bag. The bag is like the cherry on top of the delicious Persona sundae, I guess. I don't know what you'd make out of Persona. Probably tears and very emotional joy, but I mean, yeah, Persona sundae. Whatever. But then we also saw the release of Yooka-Laylee, another title I've been very happy and very excited to play. And I have been playing it, and I've been enjoying it. It's a bit of a mixed bag when it comes to people's opinions on the game. I've had a lot of people say it's good or it's bad, and here's why. And both reasons are valid. However, I've been enjoying the game a whole heck of a lot. It's been scratching an itch that I haven't had to scratch in a while, or well, I've been wanting to scratch for a while, but haven't found the right game to do that. It's definitely a fun game, especially if you grew up with the likes of Donkey Kong 64 or other rare titles. Though I will say it's not without its faults. In particular, the map sizes are a little bit unwieldy and it's really easy to get lost in. But other than that, I've been enjoying it so far. Again, keep in mind I haven't finished the game yet, so I don't have really a good verdict. I only have my impressions thus far. But speaking of games that are coming out in episodic formats, we got the second chapter of Bendy and the Ink Machine, quite possibly one of my favorite horror games to come out this year, alongside Resident Evil 7. I mean, come on, because Resident Evil 7 just, mwah, fabulous. Love it. Wonderful. I also want to try Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares came out last month, and this month, sorry. Last month, sorry. Still got my days mixed up. But Little Nightmares also came out, and I want to try that because that's another game I've been highly anticipated and really excited to play. It's a 2D kind of horror puzzle game, and it's very Tim Burton-y, and I love it. But regardless, getting back to Bendy and the Ink Machine, I love Bendy Boozle. He is my favorite little scamp of a devil ink guy. He's cool. I like him a lot. And I love the game. The game is fun. Not only is the atmosphere good, the theme is good, and just the game is overall very fun to play. I wish that the episodes came out a little bit faster, but darn it all, that's just because I just want to play them all. Another game we saw come out that I was also very anticipated for, or excited for, I guess, would be a better term, Man, a lot of games like I've been very excited for came out last month. But anyway, Shyness and the Lightning Kingdom came out, and I really enjoy that game. Especially the fighting system. The combat is very, very good. Story, it's passable. I mean, it's not the best thing I've ever read. I feel like I'm kind of missing a chunk of it, but I don't know where it would be, I guess in the manga that they released, which I don't have access to. But I do like the game overall. I've been enjoying it. I'm about like 4 hours into it, so I'm not that far into it, but I've been enjoying it nonetheless, and it's been a blast. And then another game, man, a lot, like, last month was a boom for episodic content. Last month we also got The Walking Dead Season 4, what was it? New Frontier Thicker Than Blood or something like that? Thicker Than Water? I don't remember the episode title, but that was a very fun game. A very, very fun episode. I mean, okay, it wasn't perfect. Like, it kind of stood still, and it was just like, yeah, we're gonna go here and back here and do this and that and stuff. I mean, it wasn't that fabulous. Like, it didn't have that many twists or turns or anything like that. However, I will say, aside from one in particular little dude who decided to be a butt and ruin every plan I ever made ever, I did enjoy the episode. Because it was fun, and I enjoyed it. It had a decent little, like, tension there near the end. I mean, granted, they kind of had to, because the 5th episode's coming out, and if it's anything like any other Telltale series, except for Minecraft Story Mode, then the 5th episode's going to be the final one, and you just gotta kind of wrap everything up at that point. Interested to see where it goes. Can't wait to play more of it. Speaking of games that I'm excited for, let's take a look and see what we can get our hands on in May. So starting off May 5th, we have Prey. Now, I actually played the 1 hour demo, or hour-long demo. I don't know which one it was. It didn't feel like an hour long when I played it, but I don't know. Maybe that's because I wasn't, like, bleeding the thing dry. I just kind of was going along the story path, trying to figure out how the game works and stuff. It's really cool. I will say it's kind of got a BioShock and Dead Space mixed together kind of vibe, along with a little bit of Half-Life sprinkled in just for good measure. But I like it. I like it a lot. It's definitely startling. I wouldn't call it scary, because I don't really think, at least from the gameplay I played, I wasn't really that scared. More startled than anything else, because in that game, you play as some person. I can't remember their darn name. What's their darn name? Booker? It's not Booker. That's silly. That's a dumb name. Booker. Morgan! Morgan was the name. Yeah, that one. I knew that. Totally. Morgan, really? Okay, whatever. But anyway, you play as Morgan, and you're stuck on a futuristic spaceship type thing. You get on a futuristic spaceship, I should say. And then aliens kind of happen. It's just aliens everywhere. I mean, what are you gonna do? It's aliens. Yeah, aliens happen. And they can morph and shapeshift into any object in the game. Anyone. You can pick up a cup and boom! Alien, in your face. Eating your face. It's not a good time. And so that's kind of the bit that's startling is, oh, okay, cool. I'm just going to walk into this room, la-di-da-di-da. Oh, hey, it's full of nonsense and badness. Oh dear. Oh, I'm just gonna back out now. You guys have fun. Because like the thing is you can walk in on anything, pick anything up, and boom, it's an alien. And so it'll try and kill you. Now, granted, in the full game, I wasn't able to play with this, at least from the bit of the demo I was able to play, which wasn't very much. I will admit, it got you started. It got your hooks in you, but you didn't get much. Like, you didn't get to have much time to really digest everything. Kind of just threw everything at me at once. But in the future, you will be able to harness the abilities of the aliens from trailer footage that I've seen and whatnot. You can morph into other things and whatnot, and that does allow you to, you know, bypass a lot of the aliens. However, it also means the ship's gonna be like, hey, that's an alien, I'm gonna shoot it. So you don't want to do that too much. Just keep that in mind. But regardless, I'm interested in Prey. I really want to see what it's like. I want to play it. I want to get my hooks into it and see how good it is. Because Bethesda's had a track record recently of really good shooters. And so, I mean, considering Prey is a single-player shooter, which we don't see many of those these days, like, I'm interested. And then on May 9th, we have Birthdays, The Beginning. Now, this game is kind of a environmental simulator type game where you basically are given a plot of land and you kind of have to manipulate the environment, the temperature, the climate, and the, you know, environment. I think I said environment twice. But basically you have to do that to make a life form pop up, and then you make more life forms and more life forms and more life forms. And you just make a little world, and it's really, really cool. It looks like a chillax game, and I want to play it, and I can't wait to play it, because I'm getting it on Steam. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna stream it. We're gonna have a fun time. It's almost like it's a birthday of some kind. But it's only just the beginning. And then on May 9th, we have Strafe. Now, Strafe is kind of this Doom sort of inspired shooter where you kind of, well, I guess maybe it's more Doom and Quake combined? I don't know, from the gameplay demos I've seen of it, it looks very jumpy like Quake, but it's got the nice, you know, pixel arty stuff of Doom and the demons and goblins and stuff, and it looks cool and bloody. And I love those two things mixed together. Violent, bloody mess of pixels. It's brilliant. But I can't wait to play that. That's going to be fun. I'm really excited to see what it's like and how it plays, because I feel like it's going to be a really wicked, satisfying game to play. But I don't know yet, because I haven't played it yet. And then in a surprise that surprises no one, Minecraft for the Switch comes out on May 9th. And I might pick it up. I don't know. I've said this before, and I think it needs repeating because I don't know how many people have joined me since then. Hi guys, how you doing? But, as many of you know, I was a huge Minecraft nut. Still am to some extent. I mean, I've kind of bounced off the wagon a little bit, and that's mainly because I wanted to try different games and play other things. But don't get me wrong, I still like Minecraft. It's still fun. For me. You know, it just is. I mean, granted, I kind of wish that more, like, the consoles had mod support, but I feel like to get proper mod support, it'd be too much for the little consoles, because, I mean, man, modding Minecraft is kind of a trip sometimes. Especially if you're plopping in, like, all these different mods. Shaders, and then resource packs, different character models, NPCs, items. It's just, yeah, you gotta, like, do all these orders of operations stuff, and it can sometimes break everything, and then you have to go and figure out what you broke. And so, yeah, it's just a mess. It's fun once you get into it, but it's a mess. And getting started, it's kind of hard. One of the things, my favorite Minecraft iteration on console, not PC, but on console, was the Vita version. I know not a lot of people played the Vita version because, you know, the poor Vita didn't have much of a chance out here in the West. But I felt like it was the best version of Minecraft because I could take it anywhere and I didn't have the limitations of the Pocket Edition. Now, don't get me wrong, the Pocket Edition has updated a lot since then. Like, a lot. And it's probably a lot better in a lot of ways. But I don't like the touchscreen controls. I don't. I can't do it. No, sorry. These meat hands are not meant for touchscreen gaming just yet. I'm sorry. I gotta whittle them down a bit. And yes, before you tell me, yes, I know you can use controllers for the Minecraft Pocket Edition. I know, but I don't want to carry a controller around with me wherever I go just to play Minecraft. Okay? That's just how I am. I know, I'm old. I'm a fart. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. That doesn't mean the Switch version can't be awesome and cool. And, I mean, supposedly, well, here's the thing. I was just about to think, like, maybe they could have split-screen co-op wherever I go. But then I was like, well, wait, how would that work? Because, I mean, you could hand half the Joy-Con over. Well, I mean, Could it work? Well, no, because you need 2 start buttons. I mean, not technically, but I think you would. Because, I mean, I'm trying to think of how this would work if we're using half the Joy-Con here. Because the Joy-Cons do work as full functioning remotes, but the problem is you know, Minecraft kind of uses more buttons. And so I'm trying to think of how that would work. I mean, I guess if you changed how the controls worked, you could probably do it? I mean, I guess you could just bring a friend and be like, hey, bring your own remote. Or carry around a Pro Controller, if you want, or an extra set of Joy-Cons. Don't know, maybe that works. I'd have to kind of play around to see if that worked or not. I might do that, I don't know. Like, I feel like I could make a lot of Switch videos, and it'd be really fun, testing out all these games and stuff, because I love the Switch. The Switch is great. It's wonderful. Wonderful little device. Definitely recommend people pick it up if they can find it. Or, better yet, wait until holiday, because that's when all the good stuff is coming out and done, and then you'll be like, cool, I can get Splatoon 2 now! Instead of waiting like me. Also, if you're watching this in the future, hi, how you doing? How's Splatoon 2? Great, fabulous, thank you for telling me. Alrighty, and then on May 16th, we have Injustice 2. Now, I've played Injustice 1, I actually played it on the Wii U, funnily enough. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. My main was Cyborg, and I love Cyborg because he yells booyah at everything. Oh, like a booyah. It reminds me of Ron Stoppable a lot. Makes me think of Kim Possible, which brings back my happy days, and then I'm like, great. Sweet nostalgia-filled rage. I'm gonna kill everything. It's gonna be great. But Injustice 2 is coming out, and it seems like Supergirl is kind of... I don't know if she's be the main focus. I don't think it is. I think it's mainly just another... It's continuing the story of Injustice 1. Superman's locked up or whatever and stuff like that, and it's something I want to try. I do want to get it. I'm not the best at fighting games. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I can't do a quarter circle for the... Darn it. I can't talk apparently either. I can't do a quarter circle to save my life. But, I mean, you know, I enjoy Injustice 2. I had fun with it. I'm not gonna even say decent, but I could play it. That's a darn thing I could do. I could play it. Not very well, but I could do it. So yeah, I'm thinking of maybe trying to pick it up somehow, some way. We're gonna see what kind of magic I can pull. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. And then on May 19th, not the same day, that's the 16th. Silly numbers, why you gotta flip around. But on May 19th, I almost did it again. Jeez. Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valencia. Now, this I am really excited for because it is a remake of a Super Nintendo game called Fire Emblem, I believe... what was it? It was Fire Emblem Valencia? Or was it Echoes? I don't think it was Echoes. It was something. It never came here. It was only in Japan. And it's fine. You know, they got all that cool stuff. Things I wish I could have. Whatever. It's fine. But, anyway. So we got Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valencia, which is a remake of it, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be interesting. I haven't played a Fire Emblem game in a long, long time, and I know a lot of people are gonna be upset with that. I'm sorry. I'm only one person. I wasn't expecting Fire Emblem to just come out of nowhere, like the Spanish Inquisition, and be like, hey, I'm fabulous. It's my fault, I know. But I'm very excited for Fire Emblem Echoes, and I want to play it, because I've been itching for a Fire Emblem game. I've been itching for a good tactics game, and since Disgaea 5 comes out this month too, which I'm also very excited for too, because Disgaea 5, man, and it's coming out for the Switch, and I love playing Disgaea games on the go, because it's so fun! But I need both of them in my life somehow, some way, and it's gonna be great. So yeah, you got a 2 for there. Sorry, I kind of bled into the Disgaea. It's my fault. Anyway, on May 19th, we also get Skylar and Pluck's Adventures on Clover Island. Or Adventure on Clover Island. I like mine better, because I said it. But anyway, Skylar and Pluck's is kind of another ukulele-esque game, where, honestly, it's more Ratchet and Clank than ukulele, or Banjo-Kazooie for that matter. And I'm really excited for this game. I've been watching it for a long time. I've been, you know, tweeting at the devs and stuff, telling them how good they're doing. Because they're doing good stuff, because they're being productive and making games and stuff. And I love games. I love playing games. It's going to be fun. So I'm really excited to play this. I really want to see what they bring to the table, because they're a small little, not community, but a small little team, and I like what they got. I like their moxie. They got moxie, and they got style, and they got the stuff. They got the good ooze. And I want to take that ooze and jam it into my computer and be like, cool, I'm playing this ooze. Where did I go with that? I don't know. Just ignore it. And then on May 26th, we have Friday the 13th. The game. And I'll be honest, I don't know that much about this game. I have not been watching it because I'm a big Friday the 13th guy. I love Jason. But I didn't pay attention to this game very much. I knew it was on Kickstarter. I was like, cool, that's awesome. I'm gonna see what they got. I'm gonna see how this goes. I believe it's a multiplayer game where it's, 3v1, I think? I'm pretty sure it's either 3 or 4v1. I don't remember which. But basically, one person plays as Jason, can do all the Jason things, and your goal is to kill them. Kill them all. Kill all humans. Do that. I mean, you can, because you're Jason. You can do anything. Except apparently make your mommy happy. But hey, who can? And then on May 26th again, we have Rhyme. And Rhyme has had kind of a troubled little development cycle. And I'm hoping it comes out now, because, I mean, if it gets delayed again, oh boy. But Rhyme is basically this small little game. It reminds me a lot of Shadow of the Colossus meets Wind Waker. Shadow of the Colossus meets Wind Waker. And it's definitely something I want to play. I want to give it a shot. I want to believe that this little team has it. Because, I mean, good gravy, these guys have been through a lot. Like, it was originally going to be a Sony-released game. It was Sony-published. And then Sony was like, nah, we're backing out of this, and we're not doing this, no. And so it got pulled, and then development was like, cool, I don't know if this thing's gonna happen or not. And, you know, endless amounts of drama have happened. Like, so much so I can't even recount all of it. If you want to look it up, then I'm sure you can find it on the webs. But I want to give this a shot. I want to be like, cool, let's see what these guys got. Let's see how this is, because I'm a big Shadow of the Colossus fan, and I also love the Wind Waker. So, I mean, put those two together, you got something great. Hopefully. You know, so we'll see how it does. I'm interested in it. I want to see it succeed. Like I want to see everything succeed. There are no losers on Team Magnus here. That includes you over there. I see you in the corner. You're a winner. You're gonna win this. Don't you die on me. And don't you think you can't. You can. Just do it. Believe in yourself like I believe in you. Alright, with all that silliness out of the way, let's get into the bread and potatoes of this. What? That is a horrible diet. Ew. Whatever. Point is, let's get into the beef of this episode here. Or update, I guess. We're almost 30 minutes in. I want to get this done. So, today is the start of May. Well, for me it is. You guys probably it's like the 2nd of May or something like that, whenever I get this video out. But, as you know, last year we did Anime. The anime-themed month of, video games and stuff that's got all the animes and whatnot. Now, the important thing is, I need you guys' suggestions. I need you guys to typity-type with the little fingers in the comments down below. Tell me what anime, Japanese games you want to see me play, and I will do my best to get them. Preferably on Steam, however, if it's on PS4/X bonerific, don't you dare do anything, mister. Good. Or the Nintendo Switch, or pretty much anything I can get my hands on, let me know, and I'll be good to get it. It doesn't have to be specifically, like, tied to an anime, it just has to be kind of a Japanese aesthetic. Doesn't even have to be that, just give me a game. Give me Japanese anime game. Something. Just do it. I know you guys are smart, you can figure it out. But, anyway, I've got a few games that I'm going to play and livestream and whatnot, because this month, I'm going to try and livestream all the animes, which are going to be on Friday nights. So, well, Fridays. I don't know when, exactly. I'm still trying to churn that out in my brain noodle, but I'm going to try and do it. I believe this Friday is going to Persona 5 unless something goes horribly awry. But hopefully it doesn't! Cross your appendages, boys and girls! Morgana, cross your appendages. I love you. I've actually got a plush Morgana on my mic arm. He's brilliant. Love him. But, anyway, like I said, just leave your suggestions in the comments below and I will take a look at them and I will add them to the list. I'm also thinking of maybe delving into Patreon. What do you guys think of that? Let me know in the comments below. I would really, really appreciate your feedback on this because this would be a big, huge thing for me if I were to go this route. It would mean that I would be able to not only not rely solely on YouTube, but I would also be able to do more content that may or may not get content ID'd, and therefore I wouldn't be able to make any money off it, but that's fine, because I have my patrons to supply that, revenue and whatnot, and I'd be able to live off of my revenue and do this as a full-time thing, and then you'd get better content and better videos and more videos, so everybody wins! But let me know in the comments below, and I will delve into it in more depth in its own separate video, because I feel like that would need its own separate video to kind of explain it accurately. So, again, let me know in the comments below your anime game, and if you want me to do Patreon. Just saying, I'm thinking about it. As YouTube's ad revenue is kind of going into the pits, I need to know these types of things, and I need to know if I need to move on or stay where I'm at. But anyway, guys, that's about going to do it for this channel update. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a fantastic day, and look forward to another fantastic channel update, maybe in the future, hopefully if I don't die. And if I do die, well, dang, I died. I'm sorry. I can only do so much. And happy gaming! I'll catch you guys on the flip side with more crazy content this month in the future. Bye-bye!